What's up, Blurry Gang? I'm back with another tutorial. Today we're going to be doing a short comb over with a high skin taper. Let's get right into it. Alright, so the first thing we do is wet the hair down, get it nice and prepped, and then we're going to get right into some clip over comb. Using clip over comb, I'm going to set the shape, set the base, and remove the bulk. Alright, so for this reason, clip over comb is very efficient, very effective because it allows you to do all these three things at once. When you're using clip over comb, you want to start with the lever open, and if you want to get closer, then you can go ahead and close the lever up. But basically, I count the comb as a number 1, no guard open is a 0.5. When you add it together, it's a 1.5, and that's generally what I like my taper bases to be, is a 1.5. Another thing you want to note when using clip over comb is the comb angle. This is going to create the graduation or the fade effect by basically creating graduation of distance from the clipper in the head. Alright, so now we have the 1.5 guard on. I'm following up on that base. This should blend seamlessly into clip over comb because clip over comb is also a 1.5. This is going to really get rid of all that bulk, give us a nice clean canvas to throw our tapers on. A few things to note here: I'm making sure that the clipper is flush, the teeth are flush, so it gets cut down to that true 1.5, and I'm also making sure that I'm cutting against the grain, so I'm paying attention to the growth patterns. If they grow back, if they grow forward, I'm making sure to go against that. Alright, so now we have a nice base set. I'm going to go ahead and get into our taper action. So starting on his temple, I'm going to create that first guideline close. Once we have that guideline in, I'm going to go open up the lever, and we're going to set our second guideline open. And then to take that guide out, we're going to use our lever play, basically playing with the lever open, between open and close, to take out that line without passing our guide and raising the guide. Alright, so once that line is out, I'm moving on to the other side. Same steps, starting close, open up that lever, second guide, create that line, and we're going to take it out using lever play. When you're blending out lines, make sure to only use the corners of your clipper. That's going to allow you to blend the line out without raising it. I'm also using a very light hand, just letting the clipper do its job. I always say the clippers cut hair, we don't cut hair, our hands don't cut hair. We just need to put the clipper where it needs to be. Alright, so now we got the 1 guard on, following up, fading down from that 1.5 closed base, starting open, working our way down to close, just lightening up that bulk. A smart move to do that I didn't do here would be to fade that beard in as well while you have that 1 guard. And then finishing off this blend, I'm using my 1/2 guard, starting open, working my way down to just before close, and that should pretty much give us a nice blend, nice transition. A little cleanup work with no guard, some light, and we're blessed. Alright, so moving on to the other side, same exact steps. Picking up where we left off, we got that 1 guard starting open, fading down from that 1.5 base. And we're gonna work our way down to close, and then basically follow up with our half guard starting open, working our way down to just before close. Again, you want to make sure you go against the grain, so really around that ear area, hair tends to start growing towards the ear, so you want to make sure you go against the grain in those areas. Only using the corners, the N3 teeth to blend. So last looking clean. I got my one guard on now. I'm just following up, doing some touch-up work. That's looking nice. Alright, so moving on to the nape. I'm going to set my first guideline. Same thing, closed, no guard closed. I'm going to use the bottom of the earlobes as my guide to stay consistent on both sides. And then I'm going to open up my lever, set my second guide, no guard open. To erase that line I've created, I'm going to use my lever play, no guard. Only the corners, playing with the lever between open and close, whatever it takes to take that line out without passing the guide. Using a nice light hand, flicking at that line. And a nice tip I like to do when you remove that second guide is to re-establish that no guard open line, just to make sure that when you move into guards you're gonna have a nice transition. Alright, so I'm actually gonna fade up from here. Instead of going into my one, I have my half guard on. I'm fading right into that 1.5 base. So that line's really starting to blur out. I'm liking those temple tapers, those nice high temple tapers. And I'm following up with no guard open. And then now moving on to the beard, I'm going to cut down the beard to about a number 1. My client's beard grows extremely fast. So number 1 is the length that we like to stick with, and given that his hair is so thick, we're still able to get pretty sharp, crisp lines out of it too. So now I have everything cut down to number 1. I'm just gonna go ahead and fade those sideburns in, starting no guard open, work my way down to close. And then we're gonna go ahead and style him up. This is super important to style him up before finishing off the haircut, because it's gonna basically tell you the truth. So dry hair tells you the truth, wet hair gives you control. Alright, so now that we have the truth, we can see our true shape, and I'm basically gonna go ahead and fix up all those corners just to make that silhouette perfect. Alright, so those little details will really take your cut to the next level. So moving on to the straight blade, I'm going to go ahead and stretch that skin, pull the blade across the grain or against the grain. And basically we're making the surrounding hair extremely bald, so that we're creating contrast between bald and the hairline, and that's what really makes it pop. Alright, so moving on to the beard, I'm going to go ahead and put that line on the beard. I always get my clients to blow their cheek up around that area. really helps me get into those crevices without having to stretch their skin so much. Because once they blow out their cheek, their skin becomes a lot more firm, so you don't have to stretch it with as much pressure to get a nice crisp line out of it. So that's looking perfect. You go ahead and do that neckline up. I'm gonna go ahead and finish off our razor work on the nape area. That's really gonna make it pop. Oof, that's fire. I love how that came out. That's fire. Alright, same thing on the other side. Hit that nape line. If you notice here, I put the blade in between my index and my thumb. This helps me get into that tight, awkward area. Some finishing touches, and that pretty much concludes our haircut tutorial for today. Our barber tutorial for today. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Today we went over a high skin taper with a short comb over on top. Nice crispy beard lineup, hairline, all of that. And yeah, man, let me know what you guys think, what you guys want to see next. I got hella tutorials in the oven that I can't wait to drop to you guys, and we're just gonna keep them coming, man. Like, I just want to keep dropping, and create an impact on this world, you know, create an impact on this game, be a part of your journey, and just help you guys get better, man, for real. That's my end goal in all of this. And yeah, hopefully you guys can learn from what I'm doing, and at the end of the day, if you don't, this is just me documenting myself. So yeah, you know, a little blurry plug right there, some gray matter, some nice blurry brand gray matter. If you guys want to cop that, I'll drop the link in the description. And yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and style them up, send them off, put them back in the game. And that concludes today's video. Blurry out.